Hi everyone. So today we're going to be doing some magician art. My magician character, my hands character. Because how do I create my artwork? With my hands. So that's just a symbol of me within my work. And I didn't get the second part of this video, the inking of the outline of the hand, just because I deleted it by accident. So forgive me, but we're going to continue this voiceover. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, like, comment, and share. I got tons of videos coming. So let's talk about this character for a second. This character right here is just a symbol of me as an artist. Here's some digital work, right? I use my hands to create art. So I just took, a cartoony hand and put my symbol, my trademark character inside of the hands and use that as a way to express myself as an artist. That's why it's called a magician, because I use my hands to create magic, right? And I use my imagination to create my characters. And I think the best way I can explain this to everyone is that from a young age, I was exposed to certain things, right? I grew up in New York, so I was exposed to the hip hop culture, graffiti, BMX, skateboarding, but I was also into Todd McFarlane's Spawn. I was into Danger Girl, Witchblade. So while I was doing graffiti, going to high school and then, going to junior high school and elementary school throughout those years, like graffiti was always something that people wanted to do. So I was always drawing stuff in school for teachers, for like the graffiti banners of Halloween. I was always drawing like, I forgot the Nutcracker. I would do like these big portraits of Nutcracker for the school plays. So I was always around art growing up, right? And I just evolved it throughout the years. But I always wanted my own style. I always wanted to stand out. But I knew throughout the years that I had this way of understanding how to merge ideas together, right? I was able to take, my techniques of doing like, comic book style line work and incorporate it into the graffiti lettering. But then from there, I wanted to be different in the graffiti crowd. I felt like everyone in New York was doing the same kind of graffiti style, the same kind of lettering, and I wanted to stand out. So I wanted to characterize my lettering. And that's what I did. I went from, just doing a standard, graffiti throw to then evolving it into characters. Because I had friends that they would do like Bugs Bunny with their graffiti characters, but it wouldn't flow. Or they would do like Spider-Man with the graffiti with the graffiti lettering, and it wouldn't flow. Where I was doing my own character within my graffiti, so it had a flow, it had a style, so it stood out. So, that comes throughout the years that I was able to evolve my characters, right? And then from there, merge these ideas, because I understood this process where it's like if I can take an apple and put Mickey Mouse hands on it, that's kind of bland. But if I'm able to turn that apple into an actual character that has my style, and my style is the way I do my line work, my style is the form of my characters, how I develop, is the shapes, then I knew that I could stand out and be completely different. But the only way I got to this point, guys, was not worrying about what other people thought about my art. I, to this day, never, it's not so much care, because I'm putting artwork out there. I want people to like my work, but I don't have I don't have anyone on my shoulder saying to me, hey, this work is not going to look good. Like, I just create characters. And if you want to have like this never ending, like you never have writer's block or artist block or whatever they want to call it, I don't understand it, because I've never had that. Like, I just create. So if you want to get to that point, you have to be willing to create what has not been created. Right? If you're trying to emulate other artists, or you're saying, oh, this is not going to look cool because, this is not what's hot right now, then you're never going to evolve, right? Because you're always, trying to follow a trend or stick with a niche, when you're not understanding that when you create your own path, right, all you can do is follow that path. And then you're creating the fan base for your work. So like, no one knows what my characters mean. That's the reason why I explain them. So then you start to fall in love with the characters and what they mean and my story as an artist, right? And I feel like me, when I don't really buy too much art from other artists. I'll do a trade. But if I'm gravitated towards an artist, I send them a message. Hey, I really like your art. Do you want to trade? I'll send you something. It don't even have to be something that you've done really nice. It just, let's do a trade. Because I like what you're about. I like what you stand for. I like who they are as a person. Right, so I'm willing, I can sit down and, hey, you want to go get something to eat, and they're willing to say yes, not like, oh yeah, I'm a big shot, artist, I'm not gonna go eat lunch with you. Like, so if I can build a relationship as an artist, it's like having a relationship with a regular person. Like, you're not supposed to put people on a pedestal, neither your art. It's about just creating. So if I buy art from someone, I like who they are, you know, I fall in love with they are and them as a person, and I befriend them, right? And it's the same thing that people that I meet. If you like my art and it make you feel some type of way, and you understand the expression behind it and my process, then that's why you like my art, right? And then I make my videos and then I share that. And that's the reason why I'm coming on here onto YouTube and trying to explain this process, because I feel like YouTube doesn't really have this. Like, I used to come on YouTube to learn, and I learned how to paint and draw, but I didn't learn the business side. I didn't learn how to create, you know, original characters. I had to learn that on my own. So I'm just giving back to the new generation, because I feel like that is still left out in this, I guess, art scene. Like, people don't really talk about how to develop your own characters. A lot of people are not understanding that original characters don't make sense. Like, they've never been seen, and that's what makes them unique, and that's what makes people artwork have style. Style is what no one else is doing. Like, you ever see anybody say, oh, they have a cool clothing style, but that style came from someone doing something different. Like, everyone dressed a certain type of way in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. Everyone's always evolving, but the style came from someone that wanted to create what was different, that didn't stand out, and then that style became recognized, right? So when you understand that concept, guys, and you implement that in your artwork, it's gonna make you a better artist. You're gonna be creating work and not worrying about what other people say. And then one day people are gonna say, man, I really like your work, and then someone else is gonna like it, and then you start to share it, and then you build it, right? And that's what I do, guys. I share my work and I build it. So thanks for watching FAS Factory. You know, it's called FAS Factory because I'm the artist and I'm just creating the work, you know, and putting it out like a factory. And I got tons of videos coming, guys. Check out my free ebook. I talk about this process a lot more, and I also have a full version of the ebook that you can also check out and, you know, support me as an artist. But regardless, I'm still going to be making these videos to help people. So just subscribe, share, like, and comment, and I'm going to continue making these videos. And if you need advice on something, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try my best to make the video.